Oh my
Hello
God, long time no
again.
see. Hello. Like I said, it would literally be a minute. Like
It was like maybe like 2-3 minutes at most.
yeah, probably. But yeah, so I mean, you know what we're here to do. I don't think we need to get into it. I'm here with my lovely and beautiful co-host Allie. We know how she's doing. She had a great day, so we love that. Just trying to get the
Still wearing
formalities
my
going.
Lulu buff.
Are you betting on Emily winning?
Oh, of course.
All right. Well,
Well,
I don't
it's just
know.
for the survivor support.
I don't know if you put any money on her, but I hate to
But I
break it to
also
you.
have I also have a heroes buff.
I don't think you're winning any money tonight because I don't think she's making it.
Yeah.
We'll
I don't
see,
think
but
so either.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do a fucking Edge of Extinction surprise and she'll
We'll
be
see,
there.
right?
Please don't. That'd be stupid. But anyway, yeah, we're here to talk about the finale. Like I said, just kind of getting into what we said in the previous podcast. No matter what happens, I think we have a great winner here. I think all five of them have played really good games. And oh my God, we have a guest with us. Let's go.
Yes,
We
we
haven't had a
do.
guest in forever, and it's someone that's never been on this channel before. Here
Yeah, he
he is, the
hasn't.
amazing. Oh, he's also wearing a buff. The amazing Brien. What's
Hi.
Hi.
up?
Hi, Allie and Kevin. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you just fine.
How are you doing tonight?
We're doing great. Really excited about this finale. We were just kind of saying, and I think you'd agree, I think from the past 5 seasons, this is probably the best final five we've had in a while. I think all five of them have played very well-rounded games, and I think if any of them win, it's a good winner.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think if I can compare it to any of the new era of Final Fives and if anyone would stack up. I thought of the 41, 42, 43. I don't think stack up. The only one I maybe can compare it to that might stack up is 44. But this, like
Mhm.
you said, this is a really strong Final Five. I don't
Yeah.
like for other
Oh, yeah.
seasons. I thought some of them, the Final Five, might not win. This, any of them can win, and I'm really intrigued to see who does.
Yeah, I think the only one for me that's going to have the biggest hurdle is probably Austin, just because
Yeah.
he's made some really boneheaded moves in these last couple episodes, and it's because of him focusing on his showmance and not the game. That's been his problem. So I think
I
yeah.
agree. I do think Austin's drawing dead. I do like Jolie's win equity if she makes it to
Oh
the end,
yeah.
although
Oh, same.
I don't think she has done good managing her threat level, as the show has been telling us. She's a big threat, so I think she's one of our two boots before the final three. But not that I'm
I
rooting
think
for that.
fire making. I think she's the fire making boot, but we'll see.
I can see that for sure. She definitely gives she loses at 4.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who do you both think's the first boot, final five?
I think it's Austin. I really do. Because I think what's
Yeah.
gonna happen is because I don't know if you watched the preview, but there was a point in the preview where Jake and Katurah are like, let's get out D. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna try to get out D. Julie and Austin won't be down for it, and Austin's gonna go. That's what I think.
I can see that, but will Jake's idol come into play? Because he's definitely playing it at 5, you would think. But
Mhm.
what does he do? What move does he make? And who wins immunity?
I think Austin probably throws a vote onto Jake, and Jake probably gets Austin out. So I feel like that might be what happens there, but we'll see.
Yeah, Austin definitely, or Austin or Julie could probably go. They're more collateral damage at this point if D ends up winning immunity.
It's impossible to get D out because why would Austin and Julie vote her out at this point? They don't have any reason to. I just don't see it happening.
I want to say
Exactly.
that if D ends up winning this game, I easily can put her down as one of the top 10, right away.
Oh,
Winners.
100%.
That's
Oh
not even.
yeah.
She has been so dominant. The fact that, especially the lie that she just pulled off in that last episode and how hard that is to manage. I mean, Allie and I literally, and you know this, Brian, Allie and I just played a game where a tribe actively lied and we clocked it right away. So it's the fact that she was able to do that and nobody figured it out. Just brilliant. Brilliant all around. And oh my God, it's on. So we are going to go ahead and mute.
Yeah, but we'll definitely talk obviously during commercials.
No intro tonight, I guess. This is literally where Austin could have been 2 episodes ago if he would have just lied to D, but you know.
Literally. There's the intro.
Yeah, I was like, are we gonna? Also, this is already a huge red flag towards Austin going. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say that I love that they're able to add the intro to the season this time. I love watching it.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Damn, I thought Julie had that. Basically, if you don't know like Survivor winners, you're fucked here. Like you had no chance of winning them.
Yeah, literally.
Which means I would suck because I've watched 5 seasons. Oh, okay. We're on commercial. I thought that was a great one for Jake.
I think so too. Like he's got his idol now. He's got an advantage in the comp. Like
Yeah.
he's set.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what
Also,
happens.
my mom's probably gonna bring down dinner soon for me.
Okay, that's fine.
I have not
So-
even. I realize I haven't even eaten today because I'm having a protein shake.
That's not great. You should definitely eat. You're not. Allie's trying to be like raw. Like Allie's trying to act like she's on the island and just not eat.
You got to play for reward. You got the reward is your dinner.
Well, actually, on the subject of that, you know the game you just played, Allie. You actually no, it wasn't radical. Or it wasn't radical. You know when you played Lights, Camera, Action.
Oh yeah.
You know Dylan in that game.
Yeah.
He apparently did this thing. I just watched like the awards video where he literally like only ate like leaves and things like that. Like he only ate rice the entire season to like replicate like he was actually on Survivor.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
dedication.
That's,
No,
like,
literally,
insane.
literally. So I guess Allie's trying to replicate that, but for the podcast.
That probably put that player in a huge disadvantage, like because they're getting this
Yeah.
not cognitive abilities is not as good
Yeah.
as the other players, but
Exactly.
they're harking back.
No,
to
but
go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like them emphasizing the fact that like Austin and Dee are a close duo, we got to split them up. I feel like that's very much hinting towards Austin going here.
They're,
Like
they're
it's not
working
going to
together.
be.
They were working together on that advantage comp. So obviously, they're a duo. They would be dumb, in my opinion, not to take one of them out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's and
Yeah,
I mean,
and also-
why does it behoove Julie to take out Dee here? Like it's
And
going to be
also
Austin.
Katurah and Katurah's like they're so annoying. We need to get them out.
The
Yeah.
only thing that could stop it is if Austin wins immunity, which he
Right. That's the only thing that worries me here.
Yeah.
But I still think in that scenario, Julie does not vote D.
Mhm.
So
But then does Julie vote with them against Jake, and Jake idols?
right. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I find it interesting that Austin, when given D is not playing with emotions, like she did not
No.
care about not telling Austin, which I love.
Yeah, no, because I think this is exactly why Austin lying to D would have been the move, because D would not have been able to do anything about it. D would have just been like, well, I don't have power here anymore, so I just kind of have to, go with what happened, and like she can't really be mad about it because she doesn't have the power at that point. Like Austin has the upper hand. That's exactly why he should have lied to her. But now it's the reverse where she's lied to him and he just has to be like, cool, So
He doesn't have very many other options. Like I wouldn't like.
that's the thing.
I don't think he beats anyone in the final three at this point.
No, and that's what's frustrating is that I feel like if he would have just lied to D, he could have been sitting in a much better position right now. I'm not mad about it, obviously, because I love D, but Austin, I think, came into the merge so strong, wanting people out because they took his sandwich away from him and he got that justice. And I just like that fire is just gone. He's too focused on being in a relationship.
He's playing a different game to try to get in a relationship.
Yeah. But with that said,
he's like, I was playing and now I'm just here for us.
well, now he's here to win immunity like everyone is. So let's get back to it.
Love the segue.
I will always do a good seg. If I ever host you in a game, watch out. My segues are coming out. I don't love that this is the same thing they just did with the combination lock, because Jake is like a huge advantage here.
Yeah, agreed.
The classic Michelle Fitzgerald puzzle.
Holy shit.
Love you, Morgan.
We love you, Morgan Queen.
Love you, Morgan.
Hopefully one day we can get you on.
Yes, please. Anybody can be a guest.
So this is huge.
This is insane. Like,
Brien, I blame you for this win.
I will say, Austin definitely needed that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was personally rooting for Jake because I'm very worried of what's going to happen now. But again, Dee has survived. Has survived up to this point. I feel like she can still work her magic. The thing I worry about is Jake's idol.
My thing is, I don't think Julie is going to betray Dee, but if it comes down to it, Dee might betray Julie to get herself to 4. I think she has no emotional ties. If it's her or Julie, she's going to cut Julie. Because Jake's presumably safe with the idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to those two, and Julie might end up going here.
If Jake ends up getting votes, he's definitely playing his idol.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it was really good of Austin to pick Jake there because now Jake's gonna remember this, and if Jake wins like Final 4, he'll probably take Austin. So
also, another thing, they love boys and girls nights with all their rewards.
I know, it's really funny.
It's interesting because if Jake idles himself, the 3 going back to camp are the 3 that are vulnerable, and they're going to strategize with each other presumably. So I wonder how that's going to shake out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we'll see what happens there. I think Austin not being there is not going to be great for Dee, but again, Dee has survived worse. So,
she's got this.
She's either going
Mike motherfucking Jones, let's go.
Yes.
She's either going to be a steamroll winner or she's going to be in the Ricard Jesse spot that robbed the person.
Don't say that. Don't say that, Brien. She's not out yet. She's not
manifesting that. Not manifesting that.
Yeah, we're not manifesting it. But actually, no. She will, because we're going to reverse psychology this. She will be out next. Therefore, she won't be out next. There you go.
That's definitely the biggest move, but like I would be very sad if she gets saved.
I'm just saying if it happens, Kevin, that your words, don't blame me. You're blaming you.
Dee will not.
We can blame Mike Jones. We can blame Mike Jones.
Yeah, it's all Mike. It's all Mike.
He's such a king. We love him.
So much. He really is. He really is. But yeah, no, I think I feel like if Dee doesn't go here, it's done. It's over. She's winning. It's done.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who's good at fire this season. They did last season. They showed Carson with the fire that he might lose or be in it, but I don't know.
They really haven't shown because I feel like all the people they showed that were really good at fire are gone. So I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. think they had one scene of Katurah where she said, "I wish we could vote it for," or a couple weeks back, where she was making fires. So maybe Katurah's in it. Only guess I have.
Yeah, that definitely, that definitely.
I will
worries
say
me.
though about
Whoa,
Austin.
can we talk? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Austin winning immunity is probably very exciting though, just because he probably was like the easy one to go next.
Oh yeah, I definitely thought Austin was going here.
And
wait, what award did you win in
best podcast, and he's in.
Oh yeah.
Wait, whose chat was he in?
Prod chat was he in?
He was in Eric's.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I mean, Mike does seem like a great prod guest, so that makes sense. However, did Mike cold call Eric's prod chat? That's the real question.
I didn't see that. I don't remember, but maybe I'm forgetting it.
I'm so good.
That is what's important. We need to know if Mike has moved past those cold calling days. But
I will say about this season, to get this off my chest, I think edit wise they showed that Austin said that I would have gave Drew my amulet had told him. So that just, in my opinion, shows that D made the correct decision, regardless of how it turns out.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think so when we said in the podcast, and I don't know if you agree, I think if Drew wasn't so fucking cocky that round and actually thought there was a chance he could go, if he tells Austin early on, Austin does it. But because he didn't think about it until literally the last second, that's why it happened. Also, the show's back.
You learn from your mistakes, Mike. It's okay.
What, does distortion not exist? Yeah, this is it for Julie. This confirms it.
I'll have to, whatever I miss, I'll watch later. Why did you tell Austin? This is gonna be spicy.
So everyone's name was thrown out.
It's gonna be really messy.
I don't know who's voting where at this point. I feel like
Could you imagine if he saves like Katurah and D gets idled out?
I could see that. It could be a Natalie Anderson type play though on Jacqueline. I don't know.
No, what I could see happening even more is he idles out Katurah and people still vote Jake, and Jake ends up going. Like, I could see that too.
They could potentially split the votes, like D and Austin or something vote for Katurah, and then Katurah and Julie vote for Jake. If Katurah isn't really fully with Jake, you know what I mean? And then it's foolproof.
I think
she said she doesn't trust him fully, so we'll see.
Yeah, because who knows if Jake's actually going to do what Katurah wants. Like, I feel like the way the edit made it, and again, this could just be me reading into it, I feel like they're going to fail. I don't think Jake and Katurah are going to get their way here, just based on the way that edit was done.
I see the only way that Jake can win this game, though, is if he plays this idol correct tonight. Like, even if he makes it to 4, he's out.
Well, the way he needed to do that was not fucking tell Austin.
It's the tale as old as time. Loose lips sink ships.
All right. I get what you're doing. All right.
Not the shade.
You don't always have to break up couples. You don't.
Yes, you don't. No, you don't.
Just
powerful votes on your side.
And is Morgan still here? Because sometimes you don't need to take your ally out at 7 either.
Honestly, inserts my chai gif with Diet Coke.
Well, you didn't, so it's fine. It's
did
fine.
not.
It's fine. It's fine.
So
no, in all seriousness, I think that I think right now what's going to happen, this is the most likely scenario in my eyes, is that Jake plays his idol on Katurah and they vote Jake and he goes, because Julie doesn't think he has the idol. That's the thing. So
I honestly hope that does not happen, because he worked so hard to get that.
He
did, but he should not have told Austin. Like, it was such a bad move.
He's been saying how much he wants to make a big move, and he could, like you said, backfire on him.
You're fine, King. I'm just fucking around.
We'll see. This could literally go so many ways.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't think we've had a final 5 vote that is this uncertain. Like, I think
it'd be really funny if everybody gets a vote.
I feel like that could happen.
A 2-1-1-1 or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. Because Austin seems like he's gonna vote Julie. It seems like Julie's gonna vote Jake. And then does D vote Katurah? Like, what's gonna happen here?
And then Katurah votes D, and then Jake.
And then who knows where Jake votes? That's the thing.
Maybe for Julie? I don't know.
Can you imagine it's a 1-1-1-1-1?
Unfortunately, it can't be. Austin has immunity, but
Austin's immune, so it can't. Yeah.
Well, a 1-1-1, yeah.
2-1-1-1, yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, me too. I would much rather have an uncertain vote than like something super predictable.
I read that as I'm AI for this.
and here's the thing: if D does go, which I hope she doesn't, this is a great way for her to go out for any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Jeff is just like fucking with Jake. It's great.
I love it.
Getting right into it.
Here we go. Oops, I just accidentally went off camera.
Good job.
Oh, he voted D.
You vote Julie? Is that what happened? If he goes here, I swear to God.
Oh god, I hope not. I feel so bad.
I don't. He did to himself.
I mean, yeah. Holy shit.
That's the kind of like craziness I want to see every Final Five. Oh my
Oh, I
God.
love that. That was so good.
That was unpredictable and crazy.
I did think Julie's chances of getting there were very slim, so I'm not
Literally,
like
like-
surprised.
I'm surprised, like, Katurah just didn't vote D.
Yeah. I don't know what made her change it. That's the thing.
She was nervous. She thought that everyone was voting for her and Jake was gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Me
makes sense.
too,
That
me
makes
too,
sense.
Mike.
What was this? A 2-1-1-1?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what this means, but maybe you can bring me up to speed.
I mean, it wasn't a successful idol play, so I wonder how that turns Jake's chances if it makes
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think this was Jake's one opportunity to like really do something, and I think he failed because he didn't want Julie out. He wanted like he,
I
you know.
know.
Well, yeah, because he voted D. So like,
Mhm.
you know.
And then, did you see him say, "You made me swear on my nana"? What the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
I did love his Tony Vlachos impression. Can you validate this?
That
for me
was
too?
great. That was great. I do think that, I mean, this is really good for Katurah now. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
Katurah is going to end up, because Dee's going to remember, like, Jake voted for me, Katurah didn't. Like, this will like, if Dee wins Final Four immunity, Jake is fucked.
I
guess
think
that's simple.
but I do think at least Katurah can trust Jake now.
Oh, yeah.
But if Dee or Austin win the final immunity, I think they're taking each other no matter what, you would think.
Yeah, probably.
So they're Jake and Katurah are probably going against each other.
So it's kind of like two duos now.
Pretty much.
Do you all think anyone needs to pull an Underwood and put themselves in, or Heidi and put themselves in fire?
I think the only person that needed to do that was Jake, and I think he just like I think if he didn't have the idol, he would have needed to do that. But I also don't know how good Jake is at fire. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't.
I mentioned earlier in this game or in this episode, I think that Jake is pretty good at fire. Someone didn't want to go up against him. I think it was Julie.
I think at this point, Jake just needs immunities, or else he's done.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and it sucks, but like, you know,
we'll see.
If D goes here at 4, we're looking at a Jake or Katurah winner, though. I think.
Oh yeah. D. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't think she will, because like, is Katurah going to sacrifice herself for D? No, that's the thing.
No.
Because Katurah's gonna know it's got to be like the only way. Because Katurah, I don't think Katurah brings Jake. I don't think she does, but we'll see.
I mean, after this, she wants to split up.
Actually, no, she would. What am I
She
saying?
would definitely split.
Would.
She wants to split up D and Austin, so she probably would.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's probably the best move if you're Katurah. Put the couple in. Jake, you could potentially want to go and fire yourself.
Yeah.
God, that was insane, though.
That was crazy.
That was, like, I literally didn't know what was going to happen there. Julie going, again, not surprising. I thought she was going to go at 4, but I really did think it was I really thought Jake was about to idle himself out there.
Same.
That would have been wild.
He thought it, too. He was like, oh, damn. Or when he got that vote.
But, I mean,
he
wanted to do his flashy move.
And he did. It just, like, didn't really work.
Yeah. Every move he tried to make this game, it didn't work out. Like at the split tribal, it didn't work out.
It's the same thing with everything. It's like if D's not there, that probably works.
I mean, the only person that voted for him was the person who left.
Yeah, because D voted Julie. So
yeah. No, D voted Katurah.
Or no. I think Austin voted. Okay. It was great seeing you, Mike.
Thank you for tuning in, Mike.
Love you.
But I think like I said, if D wins this, like it's over.
I know it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah. I like being surprised. I don't like just being predictable. Like literally anybody could win this comp.
Yeah.
I think Austin might win it and take D, and then
I could see that.
Yeah.
Depends what the challenge is, though.
I think if Austin takes D, he has literally no chance of winning after.
I know.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Once again, Austin might be playing that different game, though.
Yeah, Jake has no chance of winning now.
Katurah's regretting it.
No, but her strategy like makes sense. Like that absolutely makes sense because like you're gonna put a vote on the person that like you think would go, not the person that like would be a rogue vote. I don't know who wins this. We'll see.
I don't either.
This is the same challenge I believe Cassidy won in 43.
Oh yeah, I think so.
So whoever wins this challenge is not winning the game. Got it.
We did not talk about that winner.
No, we do not.
I'm nervous because like I don't know who's gonna win. This is gonna be so fun.
This has a lot to do with dexterity and like not moving a lot. So I can see maybe D winning this.
Oh, Dee's got this. He literally the last challenge was like a statue when it was like this. So I feel like Dee's got
Oh
this in the
yeah,
back.
she was like didn't move at all.
Her toe isn't helping her with this challenge though.
He said Brien said he'll be right back. It's his laptop just died.
Oh, that's fine.
Gotta love when that happens.
I guess it's Brian's turn to fuck a bunch of StreamYards.
I know, right?
If Katurah wins, this would be like a really big move for her because like she
Yeah,
doesn't want a single immunity.
because she would definitely put in like the couple or the showmans for the like for fire.
I did not mean to do that. Also, it is neck and neck between D and Jake right now.
This is wild. Oh my god. Could you imagine?
Literally every challenge this episode has been like so nail biting.
Literally, this is crazy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm back.
This just gives me anxiety to watch because it's a balance. Oh no!
Oh my god, he broke it.
Poor Jake. Oh my god. Oh no, 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 Katurah. Holy shit.
I do really feel for Jake here because like he's trying, it's just not working.
He I agree with Victoria's like snap story. He really is the underdog.
Yeah, very much.
You know, I wonder, and also like I saw her post like, well, do you drop Austin?
I heard there's Perreault has a series called 5 times survivors broke a challenge, meaning like they I never heard of breaking a challenge like this. Like
no, that was insane. How do you even? I don't even understand. Like, how did he break it? What did he do?
Stepped on it too hard. That was reckless abandon.
Yeah, I stepped on it too hard.
Broke the chain.
Oh, Jake, I love you.
Yeah,
also,
like I mean, also
it was Julie who sputted out.
Yeah. Also, D just won the game. Like that's what happened here. Like it's you know. This is the most important win, and she got it. We don't need to show all the spam.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Only question now is, will it be unanimous or another 7-1?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like with D in the final 3, it's probably unanimous.
Yeah.
Especially if it's D, Jake, and Austin. It's, you know.
Yeah.
She's got definitely a lot of locked votes. Like, Julie's going to vote for her. Like, I think Kelly would vote for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Kaleb lands, but she has everyone else has uphill battles. Like it's hers to win.
Yeah, definitely. I do think Katurah has a little bit of a chance, but not against D. That's the thing. Like,
I do think Bellows could vote for Katurah and Jake, but I don't know.
I don't think they vote for Jake after what just happened.
We'll see.
I think all that needs to happen to not get votes for Jake is for Katurah to say, she did not trust him. Because let's talk about that. Katurah literally says she does not trust Jake when they're in Final 4 and against a couple. Like, that's insane. And I'm wondering, like, where do we think that happened? Where did Jake really go wrong? Brien, what's your theory on that?
I don't, from the TV show, maybe something happened that we didn't see. I don't think Jake gave her any reason not to trust her. In fact, it was the opposite, in my opinion. At the split vote, Jake trusted Katurah to force rocks.
Yeah.
At the I think it was the final 8, Jake trusted her 6. Jake trusted Katurah, didn't do anything. It's like, I just don't see it personally. Maybe there's something we're not seeing. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know.
This is why we need some like secret scenes.
Yeah, honestly.
But to what you said, Ali, about the Bellows might vote for Jake or Katurah, maybe. But if Katurah is at the final 3, I don't see Bruce voting for her because they're animosity.
Yeah.
No, especially because Katurah's worst move was to vote, and I still think it was to vote out Bruce, because I think her only chance of really like having a moment in this game was for Bruce to be there. And people said this, like, her best chance of winning would have been against Bruce. Unfortunately, I think Katurah just hasn't really had that moment. And because of that, like, she just doesn't have much to her resume right now.
I think at the final 8, when Emily, Jake, Katurah, and I forget the other non-reboot, but when they didn't vote together and they voted Bruce out, they assigned the game to the reboots for one of them to win. They mutual destruction they had.
Well, I think we should all mute because the show's back. Yeah, Jake's gonna put himself in the fire here. That just makes
Yeah. That, Jake just gives, like, complete, like, teddy bear vibes. I just wanna give him a hug.
He really does. He really does. Welcome back.
Hello again.
Welcome back, Mike.
Okay, so a few things to go over here immediately. I mean, just like Jake is just continuing to just like have like the worst fucking luck.
I know. I feel so bad for him. And then Austin really wants to go against Katurah.
Which is like
I do
not
too,
the
like-
worst. It's not. It's not the worst move, but the thing
Yeah.
is, he doesn't realize that like he doesn't have the power over D. D absolutely has the power over him, and I think he's now
Mhm.
realizing that it's like, oh, I can't beat D. I have no chance. I haven't been like focusing on the game. Yeah, I mean Jake is. I don't blame him though, because like he's literally tried so much, and it just keeps failing.
He
I
is
So-
essentially neutering he is essentially neutering Austin by taking him. The only vote he
Well-
might get is Drew. That's
Yeah.
we'll see.
Like Jake
Well,
is.
I would
literally
argue
just,
that
like,
Austin
truly the
neutered
underdog.
his own. Oh, what were you gonna say, Allie?
Oh, I was just saying he really truly is the underdog, and he's just like, I
Yeah.
just need to win this fire, and like, oh, I feel like my heart for him is just like,
Yeah. Well, I would argue that Austin neutered his own game the second he didn't lie to D. I think the second he did that, he ruined his chances of winning the game. And I think now he's realizing, wait, I can't win the game. I'm going to be at the end with D. I have no chance. And now he wants to pull something off last minute. But D has the pull over him. And like she's not going to send him into fire because she doesn't want him to have that move. So
Yep.
also, I think Katurah is winning this fire. Just based on what we saw, like I think that's what's
I
going
can
to happen.
see it.
And I don't think it's going to matter as much. She might get a vote or two because of it, but I still think
No.
the game speaks for itself over her.
Yeah, I don't think. I think this literally could just be like a nearly unanimous vote, except one for Katurah. I could see that. Because if
can
Jake's
see
on the
it.
jury, he votes D. I think the only person who might not vote D is Drew. I see Drew voting
Yeah.
bitter, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I think
see.
Drew might vote for Austin because they were like best friends at the end.
Yeah,
I can see it
maybe.
because like they were a duo from the start, so it'll make sense
Yeah.
that he'd vote for him.
Unless he just sees D is such a gamer and sees D's game is so much better. Like it's possible too. He is a gamer.
I mean, true. I don't know. I just think about how literally no one has been that upset except Drew. Like, he literally went out not being happy with anybody. So, I don't know. He just gives me, like, bitter juror vibes, but we'll see. I think Kelly, even though she, also went out very upset, I think she's absolutely going to vote, whoever played the best game because she's a gamer in that way. And Kelly was, like, the favorite to win until she got out. So,
And also Julie was also, or not Julie, Kelly was like true like girl power and stuff, and she's always like, oh, I love badass women killing it and stuff.
In her exit interview, I think it was watching Rob Cicierino, she said that her and D had an agreement to not go after each other. D obviously didn't come through on that, but it might be like she might respect D's game.
I think
that could be me.
Yeah. Well, I think she definitely will respect it because I mean D literally did it to everybody except Austin. So, and it's like the perfect kind of villain where what was I gonna say? It's like the perfect kind of villain where it's like she's very like sneaky, nobody really recognizes it, but she very much is playing that like villainous kind of game. So it's great.
Oh, definitely. It's so good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, and there's Julie. I mean, yeah, that's what I expected her to do. I'm not like too surprised by anything.
I'm not either. Like I
Can we
literally
talk about?
I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I'm here for either of them winning this.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
don't
I mean,
know what's gonna happen.
this could be a 41 situation where like it seems like fairly obvious what the outcome's going to be, and then like Jake just wins, because
Yeah.
that like literally this is where Deshaun was in 41, where everyone's like, oh, Deshaun's going at 4, Deshaun's bad at fire, and then Deshaun killed it and Heather won. So I could see that happening.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like, obviously she wants Jake to win and she
Mhm.
thinks that Jake will beat her. But I mean, if
Yeah.
Katurah wins, I'm here for that too.
I
feel
think
like
whoever
that-
wins
yeah.
this is going to be second place finalist. So it's gonna be, they might get
I
a
think
vote.
Austin has no shot, unfortunately.
Yeah, ugh, we'll see. Like, I mean, hopefully I mean, I'd love if like the whole top 3 just can like really just what's the word I'm looking for?
If the whole top 3 gets votes.
Yeah, or well, yeah, that. But like, if they can all explain their game well and everything, because I don't like. I love when it's like just a toss up.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's AJ.
Oh
Jason-
shit! We have another guest here. Here he is, the amazing Mike motherfucking Jones. What's up?
Hey, Mike.
What up? Thanks for having me.
How you feeling about the finale
Brien.
so far?
So far, so good. I'm liking this.
I went and
Oh, yeah?
asked
Five
him
vote was
if he wanted.
chaotic, and
I went and asked if he wanted to join because since he was like in the chat anyway, I'm just like, why don't you
Yeah.
just add him here?
That
We're
makes
loving
sense.
this mini kaleidoscope reunion.
Yes.
I thought about asking. It is. I thought about asking, and then I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
It's unfinished business minus Jacob.
Yes.
That's true.
Mike is the replacement.
Yeah, Mike is Jacob tonight.
We got robbed, Best Alliance, on that one from y'all.
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
Honestly. 5 of us. Could have been amazing.
I know.
I don't know, I said
Well,
ice cream.
Allie, why'd you have to tell people that Brien gave you the idol?
I don't know. I thought I didn't know he was going to be leaving.
So wait, Brien, you gave Allie the idol and still voted for her?
Yeah, because I made the facade that I was
He
against.
was gonna leave.
Yeah, because like all I knew is that you gave her the idol, and then I saw the voting chart. I'm like, wait, why do you vote for her if you gave her the?
Because I didn't want people to think we were working together. I thought the votes were all going on her, and Jacob and Allie were voting Marcelo. Didn't work out that way.
If you voted Marcelo, he would have left.
That's
You think
exactly
he
what
left in the revote?
Because me and Jacob voted.
It would have been a
Marcelo?
3-3-1 tie between me
Oh wait, yeah, it would have been.
with I think Corey making the deciding vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do not know that
I have no
Brien-
idea.
That was a fun game.
That was a fun game.
That was a fun game.
That
It was a fun game. It was a fun game until the beginning of jury. No, I'm kidding.
I was also so busy during most of that game too. I had
You
such
were,
a busy
you were.
fun.
You were.
Apply for Kaleidoscope if you haven't played already and you're watching.
Yeah.
Yes, they just moved to Discord. It's
Thank
gonna
God,
be great.
team.
But let's see who makes fire.
Can apply now.
I have a commercial for Tracker, whatever that is.
Oh, it's some show. Well, that was kind of what we said was going to happen, but like the other way around.
I liked Katurah, man. That sucks.
I know. Me too.
I adore her, but I love both.
Yeah.
I love both of them, so it would have been hard either way.
I think she's
know. I
going
like-
to turn eventually. I would love that.
Oh yeah. I like that
Yeah,
they
for-
gave her time to speak after she was like out. I don't feel like I've seen them do that in a while, so you know.
Yeah, for Jake's sake, I'm glad he won. 'Cause I don't think that boy can
Yeah.
win.
I will
I
say
don't
that
think that-
fire making was kind of a blowout, though. I don't think Katurah got like much of a fire going at all.
No, it wasn't even close.
But good
Which
on
was
her,
like
though.
the opposite of what I thought was gonna happen, because like she was doing so well beforehand, but you know.
Was it me or like was the jury rooting for? It looked like maybe it was the editing. The jury was rooting for Jake, or because
Yeah, I think they knew that Jake wanted to pull something off. They were just kind of waiting for him to do it. So you know,
Dude, if Jake backdoors this and wins somehow,
Oh my god.
that would
I
be
mean-
interesting.
I feel-
I'm curious what he's going to say with having like barely in your resume points besides that fire making at the final tribal.
Mhm.
you do what I
I think
would have
he
done
has-
for Alsup in the end if I got
Yeah.
to the end despite doing nothing. I
He
would have been
it's like it's what Drew said. Like he's Charlie Brown. Like he has
Yeah.
that art. You know,
He
Like,
does.
he
I
had that
would-
range loud.
I would have just been like, come on, guys. You come on. you love me. Come on.
Come on, look at the fire.
The
Come
underdog,
on.
the person like
Look at it burn.
they can find an avatar in the underdog at the game. Like that person's like the under on the outs. Maybe like they can root for him.
Yeah.
It didn't work for Owen in 43, but who knows about this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference. I mean, that jury was weird. That's the big answer for 43. That jury was weird.
It'd be interesting if everybody gets a vote, though.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't want another
think-
7-1.
No.
Yeah, no,
It's like really
that's-
boring, even though like
Especially after
he's,
4 seasons
he's
of that.
definitely the one who deserves to win the most. But like
Oh, yeah.
I love when everyone at least gets a vote.
Yeah.
Could Bruce
Or
vote for
it's, or
Jake
it's at
since they
least
were
close
kind of like
between two people.
Bruce might vote for Jake since they were like kind of close on the island.
Yeah,
Austin
Maybe.
might vote for, or Drew might vote for Austin, and everyone else maybe D.
I can see.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the most likely scenario. The thing is, what is Austin gonna say? That's my thing.
Yeah, because he didn't
Hard to
really.
say.
He kind of challenged Beast at it, but he didn't really do. Like he misplayed his idol when Drew left. So yeah,
He
really
lied
mad.
to D. He told D the truth when he didn't need to. He he gave his idol away to Julie for her to do whatever she wanted to do with it.
He
And
could
then
play the
look like-
loyalty card, I guess, to D, but only to D.
But then Drew.
Yeah.
But even then, you could have saved Drew and you didn't
Mm-hmm.
because you were
Exactly.
short-sighted.
Yeah.
Jake, I don't know if you're Jake. Yeah, I mean, every plan they showed Jake had was like, okay, I'm gonna force rocks. Like, how many times this season was he like, okay, we're gonna force a rock draw?
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Or I gotta get Katurah on board, and then Katurah's not on board.
My dreams
Or-
of Bruce.
Rob, I'm curious if Katurah would have won had she made the end, or it got votes.
I think her saying that she's a lawyer definitely would have gotten some votes. I think people were really shocked, and I think that she pulled that off very well. It's like she came into the game wanting to play as herself. She like downplayed things about herself, and like I think that's always impressive when you can do that. So I think she definitely would have gotten some votes. It's just really hard to win against D, especially with just how much control she had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she had control. She really didn't backstab anybody either. Like her number one, Julie
Yeah.
got voted out, and she had nothing to do with it.
She backs
Yeah,
up Drew,
exactly.
but it's. I wonder if Drew's a gamer and would respect it.
I mean, Drew also was just so cocky that round. Like he kind of did
No,
it to
he was.
himself, you know?
He was just so overconfident.
Yeah.
And
I
even
love
then, if you're-
Survivor
if you're
confidence,
Drew,
that's
I'm
a
more-
big
if I'm
thing.
Drew, I'm more upset at Austin for not saving me than
Yeah.
for kind of playing selfishly than I am at D. Like,
Well, honestly, yeah, that makes the most sense. But let's see what the jury has to say.
I'm on a car commercial for Acura.
I don't think there's any cars in Fiji, so I don't think that's.
They don't do the car reward anymore.
Now I'm on one for New Year's Eve live, Nashville's Big Bash.
Is D gonna be on that?
Huh?
I got a commercial for the Golden Globes.
Ooh.
D's gonna win a Golden Globe for her performance in episode 12.
Country music New Year's Eve.
I would be so shocked if Austin or Jake win, not D. It would be.
That'd be interesting. I mean, I'm here for all of them winning. Like, I do love all of them, definitely. But I'm definitely rooting for D. Also, I have Golden Globes commercial now.
I'm still here. I'm just grabbing a snack.
Did you ever win that reward and get your dinner, Allie?
Yeah, I had food already.
Nice.
Oh, it's back for me.
Yep, here we go. Okay.
This is
So
exciting.
lots of interesting stuff there.
I can see all of them getting votes based on this jury.
Yeah, I was surprised
Also,
that
there's a lot of people who are like Team Jake too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I forgot Kaleb is, and that's probably
Couple
due to
for
the fact that
Austin.
Jake went to bat for him when he left.
Yeah, Kaleb, Kendra,
Emily was to some extent. Right?
Kendra was Team Austin with Drew.
Oh, okay. And then Emily, Bruce seemed like he was leaning Austin.
And Jake.
Or not leaning Austin, leaning Jake. And then Katurah just seems open, like she's willing to vote for whoever. So
Oh my God, is Jake actually gonna win?
I mean, I think so here's the thing. I think that there are certain things that he needs to say in order for him to win, and we'll see if he's actually able to do it. Because I do think the way they assess his game is correct, where it's like, yes, people were gaslighting him a lot, people were actively lying to him, and rather than let that ruin his game, he kind of just went along with it, and that worked out for him. But again, I think the problem he's going to have is that all the information he gathered was, told to D first, or D.
I did like when Jake's like, D and Austin played a safe game. I didn't.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
it's true.
But it still worked. I mean, you still convinced two people to go with you the entire time.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about.
He was
like nobody went at that 4-person alliance.
Yeah.
Like the entire day.
It seems like they want D and Austin to go really go at each other, which we love.
Austin
I feel like D will. I don't know if Austin will.
Yeah.
Austin was counting Jake out. He was like, I can't wait to go against D, and he's forgetting all about Jake. Because presumably,
he even said like, I'm going at D. He didn't say anything about Jake.
Yeah.
And Jake's a survivor. He's the definition. He had people coming at him. It still's there. Like, if the jury goes for a story, they can go for his.
Yeah, if they go based on story, I think they'll go for Jake. If they go based on like the overall like gameplay, they absolutely go for D.
Oh yeah, if they're going on gameplay, like D has to fumble this horribly.
Yeah.
To lose.
And I feel like someone like a Katurah, like a Kellie, like a Julie, they have a lot of pull here. And I
Yeah.
feel like they could easily like sway those that are kind of like on the fence as to
Yeah, it
you
seems
know.
like obviously Julie and Kelly, they were leaning towards D.
Yeah.
Katurah is just like she'll go either way as long as they like really own their game.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
I
see
don't
D winning this, and I can see Jake being second place. I
Yeah.
don't
there's
see,
just no way Austin wins. Like I don't
Yeah.
think I would see it.
well,
The
because
way
Austin
the way
didn't really
Kendra's
like Austin didn't really do much.
no.
Even
And
though
the thing is
he did say he was
Kendra
like,
was
"We played the best game."
yeah. Drew rooting for him makes sense. Kendra rooting for him, I think, just kind of shows like where Kendra's head was at in the game, and
Yeah.
she just didn't know what was really happening. So
Yeah.
This
I
is one
agree that Austin could have
of all the
saved
new
Dean.
era ones so
Yeah.
far. This is probably the most interesting final trial.
Oh,
oh yeah.
yeah, agreed.
There's no one here where it's like, oh, this person shouldn't be here. Like all
I
three of
know.
them have a all right, this is it.
Here we go.
He's crowned a winner of 45.
Oh, Austin was an alternate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yourself.
Some of these questions, I just can't.
I know. Paramount Plus kind of cut out for me a bit, but I can always just watch certain things later.
They did not have Jake speak that much.
They really
Probably for the best.
did.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, yeah, he did not answer most of those questions very well.
Did you even see him at some point, like kind of put his finger up and try to interject, and they just keep cutting to D and Austin talking?
No, the amount of times Austin and D were like, nope, but about that. That was great. I will say, some of those
they went at
questions- What were you going to say?
I said they went at each other like they wanted, so.
They
Yeah.
did.
Some of those questions were not it. Like, why are we asking about their showmans? Why are we asking them
really?
about, like
That's
a lot of them were very, like, emotional based, and I feel like it's because they really wanted to hear, like, Jake talk about his underdog story, and he didn't really do the greatest job of it. Like, he could do it from an emotional perspective, but it seems like he can't really articulate, like, what did he specifically do in the game. I also think Katurah, like, his answer to Katurah was just really bad.
I will say that I think Dee's Austin to Bruce or remark that you should have played that idol to him. He did not have a good look at that. He was like so mad, like,
so pissed,
rubbing salt in
Bruce
the
also
wound.
did not ask a question. If you noticed,
Yeah, he looked so pissed though.
yeah. I think the best answer from D was obviously what she said about Julie. I think that was so good. I think her talking about, I think Emily for me was the star of that FTC. Every time she was like, flip side, or let's go back to that a bit. Like she really was like trying to get them to bring the fire, and it really worked.
Yeah.
So I was here for that.
So
I see a
good.
way Austin gets a vote here, like even Drew's.
Yeah, I can see how.
No.
Yeah. I see Jake being the 0 vote finalist.
Yeah.
As of this, probably, but we shall see.
You think
They
Jake
didn't
said
seem to like they did not seem too impressed by what Jake said. So yeah.
I think
So what, 7-1 D, we think?
Yeah.
I hope not. That would be so boring.
I know that would be a boring vote. It would be nice if it's like 6-1-1.
Yeah. I think
Kely
the
would vote for
problem,
Jake.
I think Austin had a really good chance until D said, you didn't know this, but I told Julie everything, and so what you did didn't even matter.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That
I
was so
agree.
good.
So,
A little bit of that cut out for me, so I'm like, I'll have to watch that later.
wasn't the greatest questions, so
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
We didn't hear much from Bruce though. At least I don't remember.
no.
Did we?
Yeah.
Everyone else? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't think Bruce asked a question.
I don't
He
think
was like
did.
quieter
He
than usual. He was just like, I'm just gonna chill.
He just
Yeah.
looked really pissed off that like D would like T made that comment at him.
Oh yeah.
But I like that Dee and Austin were like not like go being lovey dovey, and they're willing to go at each other
Yeah.
to try
Oh,
to
yeah.
win the game, which they're really doing. They're trying to do.
Well, I was really worried at first when Dee was like, "Oh, nobody made moves. We all did it together." I was like, "Oh no, not this." But
Oh,
then
no.
when she said what she said, what she said about like Julie and things, I was like, "Okay, Dee's saying what she needs to here."
Oh yeah,
So
She
I
played
think
a damn good game.
she did.
She did.
Do you think Dee, like she said, got lucky with the starting tribe, or do you think? I think she worked hard
No.
to get in her position.
I think the one thing I wish she would have said that she didn't, and I think people kind of forgot about this. Do we not forget when she voted Sifu and framed Jay for it? Like, that put her in such a good spot after that.
No,
That shit was funny as hell though.
that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like Sean gave the big speech about please vote me out, and she just looks at Julie. She's like, "No, we're still voting Sifu."
Yep.
That was so
Yep.
funny.
Like my
I think
thing
that
is,
was one
why
thing she
not?
needed.
Why not still vote
Yeah,
out
honestly.
Sifu? Sean's quitting anyway, so fuck it, get 2 out and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Good
Julie
season.
didn't see it that way, but-
I enjoyed this season very much.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh yeah, it was great.
And now we wait for Australian Survivor to start.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that one.
I watched what season did I watch?
I really want to watch it. Just there's so many episodes.
The most recent one with King George, it was really good.
Oh,
I heard.
Heroes vs. Villains was so fucking good.
I heard George is like amazing.
He
watched
is,
that
but
one
he's
with
amazing
Falk.
in the sense that he'll never actually win a game.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think
sense.
you can win if you play American Survivor. Like,
Well,
if
the
no one
problem
knows who he
is
is.
he can't win a challenge to save his life. So like, the only way he gets to the
Yeah.
end is if he wins final immunity, and that's just not.
Or
fair.
fire making.
True.
Or that, yeah. But he just like yeah. But they don't do force
But
fire.
is it like a Jesse kind of game where like it's just so good he's not gonna win?
I will tell you, if you watch Heroes versus Villains, watch the oh god, what was it?
Oh, here we go.
I'll tell you.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see if I don't have the answer anymore.
Come on, D.
The episode 7 Tribal Council from Heroes versus Villains.
I love Kaleb saying Jay.
Yes.
Emily Flippen is a top tier juror. I'm just
Oh,
putting it out
yeah.
there right now.
Emily is the best casting decision they've ever made on this show. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah. Especially her arc, like so unique.
One of the best arcs.
Absolutely would have won the game if she made it.
No chance she was going to make it to the end, though.
Well, it wasn't unanimous.
Yep.
That was crazy.
So good.
I love this game so much.
Oh yeah, I was not expecting such a close vote though. Like holy shit.
So what? Austin would have got. He got Kendra. Fuck, who's the other one?
Maybe Bruce.
Kendra, Drew.
Kendra, Drew, and
Bruce.
Probably.
maybe.
I don't know. I mean, Bruce didn't have a single line of dialogue. In
Bruce makes no sense,
FCC.
though.
Bruce was just like very like purpled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce needs to fight everybody.
I think he wanted to. He chose to be purple. He's like, I'm just not gonna speak. I'm just
He's just-
like,
He's like, I'm just gonna chill tonight.
yeah,
They probably gave him so much crap at like Ponderosa when he got there because they all hated him so much. He was probably
yeah.
like, I'm done.
It sucks that we can't see that, but you know,
I
things.
know.
This is why we can't have nice things.
A big congrats to D, one of the most dominant winners.
Yes. Oh my god.
So good.
Yeah.
She
One of
dominated
the-
this season.
Most dominant winners
Really
in a
is.
very long time.
She won
Um,
because of genetics with her big toe. It got her the win.
Yep. Yeah, no, she absolutely killed this game. I mean, just
yeah.
the control that she had from Jay's vote and on is just incredible. The fact
wait.
that nobody.
Also, who had her on our draft?
That's a good question. I think you. So I think you won. I think.
I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure. I know I think I had Jake. Did I have Austin?
Let me look. Survivor 45 draft.
I mean, who was the last person to really?
I don't think I drafted Jake because I thought he was gonna annoy me. So I was like, no.
I know you had no like low expectations for him preseason.
I just.
Like, who was the
I don't
last
know.
winner? Who was the last winner to kind of just own a season like this?
I mean,
Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Freeman
like
didn't
as
get
good
paid
as Mary Ann's
Creamer.
win was, I wouldn't say she was owning the season. It was
Yeah.
more so like she was kind of like the winner that could, and then she just needed to make like that big move, and then she did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably.
And Jam was a target in a couple of rounds, so it wasn't him as good
Yeah,
as
but
he's
even
doing.
then,
I also think Jam won because Carolyn really fumbled the back.
Yeah, and like Tony dominated the merge, but like pre-merge he was really laying low. He
Well, that was
wasn't-
intentional.
Oh
You know,
wait.
Yeah, no, it was intentional. Yeah, I mean probably Wendell and Dom. This is him and Dom. Like dog walk the whole show like that. But.
Maybe Adam. It wasn't a steamroll, but he won unanimously.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking at our draft right now, Allie.
I went to look too, but like it's not showing up on like the draft part's not showing up for some reason.
So the only person you had left. Oh, hold on. Okay, I drafted D actually, so I won.
And then
7-1, by the way.
And then what about Austin and Jake?
You had Austin and Jake. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I swear I thought I drafted D because I remember you had like low expectations for her too. I think.
Yeah, but I think I said she was like a dark horse of sorts. Anyway,
at first, like I remember, I totally forgot about her, and then she became like the most dominant.
No, literally. Anyway, let's watch the totally exciting reunion.
I missed the reunions.
Y'all think before
So
y'all think they're gonna last?
Also, congrats to everyone winning the draft.
I mean, Jeff wants them to. They're not as good.
Sorry, Brien. You were saying? Bye, Brien.
Bye.
His laptop.
Oh yeah, his laptop probably again.
Yo, the pre-mergers get done so dirty.
Yeah, it was Drew, Kendra, and Bruce who voted for him.
So if it ended in a tie, who would Jacob voted for to break it?
Probably D.
D, I think.
I need Carolyn and Emily on the same tribe when they do All Stars.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
Like, give me a six-person tribe of Emily, Carolyn, Shan, Jam, Omer, and
Marianne.
Yes.
Yeah. Just give me the most chaotic group, like
Please.
5 chaotic people, and
That'd
then
be
just
so good.
one more person.
That's one I thought Kaleb would win. That was a fun time.
Both Caleb and Kelly.
I know, and it went back to
Also,
that.
welcome back, Brian.
If he ever comes back, I think he has a chance to win, Kaleb.
I'm down for an All-Star season. It's been too long.
He's just like, give me all the champagne right now. I need to get drunk.
They better give Austin a sandwich during this reunion. God,
Yeah, give him a sandwich, damn.
that was the funniest.
Okay, but can we talk about how he tried to make it seem like he was lying about that? No.
And then his confessionals, he was like legitimately like, I'm trying to get a couple of my friends in a Survivor, and I'm just like, yeah, you'll love it. Like, there's really like the strategy super complex, and like the interpersonal relationships are hard to follow. And then if you could get voted out for something as petty as like stealing someone's sandwich, you know, like it's
How's that going? Are they? Did they watch the season or?
it's gone. I've shown clips, and he's one of those like, I don't know, I just like I don't get it. I'm like, well, you need to watch a whole season. Well, I don't want to watch a whole season. I'm like, well, then you're not gonna get it, then moron.
Everyone's got to start somewhere. It's
Exactly.
really good.
Trying to think what a good season to start for a newbie would be. Like, I think Token Chains would be a good one.
I was gonna say Kaguya, but after that, it just goes all downhill.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'll start with season. I'm like, don't start with Borneo because you will not like it.
It's very slow paced.
It is. I mean, God, I'm old, but I remember watching that when it was airing. But God, I'm old.
Token Cheese is a good choice.
Well, you know, you can get voted out for anything. You get voted out because you're in a relationship with one of the other cast members. You know, and
Could also say Millennials vs. Gen X might be a good one to recommend.
that would be a good one, too. Or you get voted out because apparently the jury liked you too much, which I still don't believe that. But
That's always like speculation on the player's part. You never really know.
I know. I was like, I guarantee you that entire jury hates my guts.
Yeah, as usual. I mean, they're into the reunion, so it makes it better, but it just feels like something's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am excited for the preview for 46.
Oh yeah,
True.
and I also want to see like Austin being an alternate because I feel like this was literally not discussed until tonight.
I
I
know.
want to know who was supposed to be on the season.
Yeah,
Same.
someone who's on 46. I don't know.
Actually,
I guess we'll see. But
I love this Lulu buff so much.
yes, Allie's still rooting for Lulu, but I don't think that's gonna.
Lulu were a top tier tribe.
They were.
Oh, they were.
And then my other one
Sabiyah
is
robbed.
the one.
Yes,
Yo,
yes. Sabiyah very much.
like having
I'm
to
so-
make the decision of what to do with their idol, like in the voting booth, was amazing.
Oh my god.
So good.
I'm about to make an idol for Spellbound where, like, to activate it, you got to eat a whole jar of mayonnaise or something.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, but then no one's gonna find it because nobody found any in the freaking.
We're gonna work on our idol system. It was
No, like I would be in the chat with Eric, and Eric would be like this map thing would show up, and like Eric would be like, "I want to go left," and I only knew how to say like three things. I'm like, Eric, good job."
I literally could not keep track of where I was even looking.
No, but
I
like,
know,
how
I
did
was
it
like,
work?
I found
I
nothing.
was so confused.
it was like a map with a board. Like our goal was to make it like Clue, kind of, but there was
Just
no like.
give me a choose your own adventure. I'll crush
Literally,
that
the
shit.
only thing I found was like round 1 where they're like, "Oh, you have to accept or decline. You either can't
Yeah.
talk for the rest of the round, or you just skip out on the next round's idol surge."
There was a point,
Yeah.
Allie, where you got a 2. If you went 2 up, you would have got safety out power, but then you went 2
Really?
left. I was rooting for you to get it, but
Oh,
Damn.
I
Oh,
wish
no,
I'd gotten that.
Y'all wish you had someone in your life who's as supportive of you as I was of Eric in Spellbound.
I mean,
Any
I
little
Jen,
thing
she
Eric
was
would do.
supportive.
Eric would be like, "I'm gonna roll the dice." I'm like, "Eric, you roll that. You're so good at this game, Eric.
Next game I play, Mike, I want you in my host chat if you're not playing in it.
Honestly,
I was very like loyal to certain people, but I was also a little bit of a snake.
You need to be.
You had win equity if you made it against Jason or either of them. To be honest, I think you could win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I had.
No, I think you definitely would have, because I think people were pissed at Sam.
I had my
So.
Google Doc open because I started writing an opening speech, and I'm like, now I can't finish it.
Yeah.
I had in Kaleidoscope, I had a list of how I would beat everybody in a final tribal council that made merge of like what I would do to beat them. And it was only two people. How I would beat them was just don't go to final tribal against them. And it was Karen and Crispy were the only two. I was like, yeah, let's not do that one.
I always try to not write stuff because when I do, then I end up thinking I'm gonna win, and then I leave.
I didn't think I was gonna get as far as I did. I was like, okay.
Love that. You did
I think the
amazing.
last time I wrote something was like Radical Reality, thinking I was gonna do well, and then I fucking tell the person that won the game that I'm not gonna vote them out that I'm gonna vote them out when I was gonna vote them out, and not just say like, oh, I'm never gonna do that. So
In Radical this past season, I got most robbed.
As you should.
I got Hero of the Season in my first org, so go me.
I got Rob Jur and Spellbound. So,
Yes.
but first time getting that, so we love that.
And your first immunity win. I was proud of you there.
And my first immunity win, yeah, that's still crazy.
Wait, Brian, didn't you get Dumbest Move in Kaleidoscope? Or no?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's not.
I wasn't even trying to be a jerk.
No, we gotta circle back to that for a second.
That was very shady. Yes, I even
Dude,
said.
we also have to circle back to Mike cold calling.
Oh gosh, it's so funny.
No, you don't understand because like
Everybody's had bad moves.
No, I like didn't know how to use Skype. I'm like full transparency, and then like at one point like Jen was so nice. It's like, hey Mike, can you maybe not hit the ring the group? And then the rest of Pro Team was like, yeah, you're so fucking stupid. How do you not know how to do this?
Give you a break.
And I'm just sitting there, like, sorry, my bad.
That's so good. That's so good. All right, reunion.
Ooh, here we go.
Wish we had live reunions again. Ugh.
I know.
Oh, I wish.
Especially for this season, I would have loved to see like Brandon, Sabiyah, like catch up with them.
Yes.
You know.
But Brian, if you ever need a project, yes, Brian, I got you.
Appreciate it.
I'm very encouraging.
You're gonna get best podcast second time in a row. I'll make sure.
I won an award in an org I wasn't even playing in.
Emily with the classic big move-itis. That's what got her.
It's so funny.
If she didn't tell everybody about it the next day, she would have been fine.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
it's like you and Distortion, Allie. If you would tell everybody about it.
Oh God.
What's
I know. I could have went far in that.
Oh,
But
she tried to play the middle, and like she did like this crazy vote on was it someone who ended up being in the final three, and nobody could figure it out until she said it was her.
I should have just kept it and been like, it wasn't me.
I've never heard of Distortion before. Yeah, I didn't get voted out second on my season, bastards.
Do we really need a montage of all of Drew's historical references?
Oh my gosh.
Ew. Got voted out second for the dumbest reason ever. It's all Tyler's fault. I would specifically not vote for Drew if I was on the jury because of his historical references.
That was very underwhelming. I don't know why we spent time on Austin being an alternate.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, eh.
It was somewhat
Yeah.
wholesome.
I guess, yeah. What was the reason you were voted out?
Oh, so what had happened was we won the first challenge, so we had to sit somebody
Yeah.
out for the second one. And I didn't know that they announced the challenge after the tribal. So because we didn't go to tribal, I assumed we had the night off, and I had friends over that night, so I wasn't on my phone. And it was a puzzle challenge, so they couldn't get a hold of me. So they're like, "All right, well, we'll just sit them out." And then I came back the next day, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's a challenge." And they're like, "Yeah, we sat you out." And I was like, "Oh, that sucks. I'm good at puzzles." And then we lost, and I got voted out for sitting out of a challenge that I did not want to sit out of, and so they forced me to sit out, and then voted me out for sitting out of the challenge.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's so funny.
I was so pissed, and of course, like it's Zeb's org, so like I had to hear about it all the time.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
though, like with Brien saying that I could have won a safety without power. Ugh, I wish.
I know.
That would have been so
I
good.
have no idea what that stupid map. That would just be like, Eric, what you got this. Whatever it is, Eric, you can
Oh,
do
it was insane. Oh my god.
And
It
then,
was.
like, the night Eric got voted out, I messaged him. I'm like, so how'd tribal go? He's like, I got voted out. I'm like, Eric, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck, Eric?
You know, he tried to do something and it didn't work.
It's only dumb if it doesn't work. If it works,
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
True.
Oh yeah, that's literally why it got worse over the season, because it's like if it works, it's amazing, but it didn't, and it failed miserably, and then
I
they
tweeted
all
that at Eric from Micronesia one time. Like, Eric, they only make fun of you for taking the necklace off because it didn't work. If it worked,
I will say it's impressive. My recent 2 orgs, I got 3rd.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
In my first org ever, I got 4th. Go me. First one never happened. That was a practice org. That never happened.
That's like me wanting to pretend I didn't play Ascendance and just want to go to Disney because I got first food in Ascendance for because in that game, literally, I was a game bot. I literally just talked game with people. I didn't talk any personal stuff.
You were first food of that.
Well, see, I thought I got along pretty well with my tribe, and they voted me out first. And
well,
here we go. Let's see what.
And then I almost got voted out first again on my tribe in Kaleidoscope.
Oh.
Actually, I should probably go to bed because I have work in a few hours. So lovely seeing y'all.
All
Thanks for
right,
having
that's
me.
fine. This is
Merry
great to have you.
Christmas, Jason. Love you. And
Farewell.
All right.
Love you.
Thank you for coming by, Mike. We'll definitely try to have you on again.
Love you. This is amazing. Have a good night.
So many lawyers this season.
I know that's wild. And welcome back.
Hey, I'm back. I had to. Did Mike leave? Had to leave?
Yeah, he had to. He said he was going to bed.
Yeah. It was amazing having him on, though.
Yes.
Yes.
I was about to say, you guys have conversation with Kelly. I'm about to make him and I have a conversation with Mike.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes.
And he could just talk about him going out of distortion and how much it pisses.
So when this episode's over, I want to get your guys' take where you rank this season. How would you rank the new era
Yeah,
seasons?
we'll definitely
Yes.
talk more about it. Oh yeah, that one with Katurah was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. Ugh.
I don't understand why Jeff is obsessed with like Drew's fucking literary references. Like I never even thought about it throughout the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably going over half, if not more, of the audience's heads, you know?
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Oh shit! Or oh, it was the first part of it.
Oh, they just showed a little bit. They showed one person. So. But like I said, very, I would say, just meh reunion. There's so much more they could have talked about, I feel like, and a lot of it was kind of just like
it was just
very
like
brief.
a lot of like random throwaway stuff.
Well, what I'm thinking about right now is imagine if they did this now, we could know if Dee and Austin are still together. Mm-hmm. We could see if like, you know, where like Jake's head is at, you know, were the people that were, you know, Brandon's self-confidence and things like that, everything that happened with him like early on. We could catch up with like Sabiyah or like a Sean or someone from
and also even Hannah who only wanted to leave because she missed nicotine.
I think it's them being cheap. I don't know if COVID's still playing a factor, but also the live reunion does cost a lot of money, and they're trying to save on that.
It's literally because like Jeff is so hung up with the idea that like, oh, it's more raw, it's more authentic, and it's like true, but it's more boring because they haven't seen, because the thing is like, and this is coming from someone that hasn't watched like the seasons with the live reunions, but of what I've seen of the live reunions, like there's just so much more you're gonna get out of it when you've watched it. Like let's look at Big Brother Reindeer Games, for example. They're literally tweeting along and they have more to say because of it, you know?
What they could do is they could do this and then like record it. If there's anything worthwhile, they can show it and also have the reunion and like show what's like worth, you know?
Make the reunion like a Paramount Plus thing as well. Good for Paramount Plus.
And people would go to Paramount to watch that.
That'd be cool.
So here we go, Survive 46.
Excited.
Which will literally be in 2 months.
Oh my god.
We're seeing the audition tape.
This is interesting.
And that's it. It's a wrap for 45.
Yes.
I think it was a really good season. Like,
it was great.
But the only thing that drunk it down, in my opinion, early on were the quits, and even those episodes weren't terrible.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I definitely can understand that. I think for me, and again, this is coming from someone who has only watched seasons 41 through 45 in completion. For me, this is the best season of the ones I've watched, especially based on the 90-minute episodes and just how much we got from everyone. I just feel like we got so much more out of most of these people. Like, there's so much I feel like we would not have delved into as hard as we did, especially with Emily. Like, I don't think we would be feeling the way we do about her if it wasn't for the 90-minute episodes. Exactly. I think she's easily someone they could have just purpled there. And because of that, I don't think anybody was really purpled this season. I think everyone had something to them. I think everyone had something memorable. I always felt like the people that I didn't know as much about, like Dee in the beginning, didn't really know a lot about, but they obviously, did a lot more with her as the season went on. And I feel like by the end, I just felt like I really knew everyone. I understood their games. There was nobody where I was like, I don't really understand what they did. I just feel like the editing was absolutely the thing that made this season as good as it was. And normally that's not the case. So even things I didn't love, like, for example, I didn't love that, Emily and Katurah didn't have their votes at that one tribal, but the editing was still so good and there were still so many good moments and the tribal was so spicy that there really isn't too much downside for me when it comes to this season.
Oh, yeah, same. This was, like, such a top-tier season. Besides a couple little things here and there, obviously. But overall, I thought it was such a great season. The whole cast I honestly really liked. Like, everyone was likable. Obviously, I was very iffy with Emily preseason. I thought she was just going to be, like, negative and, like, annoying. But, like, an early move. And then, obviously, she, like, her arc and her story really, like, proved me wrong. Proved everybody wrong. Like, she had, like, one of the best stories for like a long time, and just this is such a great finale, and I just love this season. It was probably out of the new era, it's probably the best one.
I will say it's not really a fair competition in my mind to compare this with the other seasons for the new era because they have the 90 minutes to work with. I think other seasons did, like 42 and 44, if they had the 90-minute runtime, I think could have been just as good as this.
Agreed. I think because here's the thing with the only thing I think that brings down 42 are the twists from 41 that they carried over. That's what brought it down for me. And then 44, what brings it down is just how much they focused on like advantages and how much they focused on, and how much they focused on twists like early on. But with 90 minutes, you can focus on that stuff and it doesn't overtake everything else. So I feel like they did a really good job with that. And I was very impressed by, again, just how much they were able to show. And I agree with you, Brien. Like it's not even that fair to compare the others because they were only 40 minutes. Where here, every episode felt like its own kind of like Survivor movie, honestly. With, like the way it was done.
Definitely.
That's why I'm excited for
Survivor
next season. That's why I'm excited for 46 because it will have 2 seasons, 90 minutes, and we can be like, how do they improve upon it, or like how do they compare?
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what they do differently from this season because they've been recently, they've been like changing it up every single season. They've been doing things differently, so I'm excited to see like how the idols are going to be done and things like that. There's also probably the best. Oh, okay. In terms of this, I can answer this question. I think Brandon absolutely should come back, but the number one is Sabiyah for me. Absolutely, Sabiyah. I want to see her back immediately.
Sabiyah was like so good like when she was on, and I think she has like potential to go really far. Definitely I'd love to see Kaleb and Kellie again because those first 2 jurors, they were fantastic. Like I would love to see them again.
I also would throw out Jay because I feel like Jay, the only reason she really went out, Jay really only went out because of the Sifu thing where it's like, okay, Sifu thought it was Jay. Jay never said that it wasn't her. And because of that, she just ended up going out. And also Dee needed her out at that point. So
Jay and Katurah were both my winner picks preseason. So I would love to see Jay back.
I would also like to see Emily back. Like,
definitely.
A lot of that Lulu tribe, besides the 2 quitters, like the other 4, I would love to see back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I don't think we mentioned is that Jeff said recently if someone quits again, he's not even gonna snuff their torch. They're just done. So
Right? He's just like so over it.
yeah, I do think that, yes, obviously the quits do hurt it a little bit, but I do think like Hannah's quit was so iconic with the way it was done. I mean, just right out the gate, like such a crazy premiere with Hannah going and things like that. When it seemed like it was going to be Emily, it was also such an unpredictable season. Like, yes, we kind of knew Dee was going to win by the end, but could you really come into the merge phase and tell me Dee's going to be the winner? No, like I didn't expect that at all. I think
it was a question mark for me till Final Six, in my opinion.
Yeah, same. Like there were like she was a contender, but I didn't think she was the front runner. I thought the front runner was more so like, you know, like say Drew or Austin or Emily. Like I thought they were the front runners, but then Dee just comes out and just pretty much gets her way the entire season.
Like early on, I thought Dee was just kind of like, oh, I forgot about her. Like she was just kind of like just there. But then but then she started being so dominant and amazing and getting such a big edit. I'm like, okay, yeah.
And us not
also,
knowing
what were we gonna say?
Knowing the winner is credit to the even edit. The 90 minutes they have, it can edit everyone evenly, and so we don't know.
Yeah, the edits have been very weird the past few seasons where it's like this person won. I didn't feel like their edit suggested that. That was not the case at all this season. Dee's edit was very strong. You could tell that she had that story. But honestly, I would say that about the entire Final Five. I think the only person who I, again, thought just didn't have a chance was Austin. And also, I mean, Jake had a chance, but again, he just did not at all say what he needed to say.
He didn't. This is also true, DM. This is also true, DM Rocks.
Yeah, this is why I'm not a fan of Final Threes personally. There's always going to be that third person that just doesn't get votes, that they kind of count out. And it's just not as exciting to watch when it's two people voting it, you know, when it's two people battling it out and there's still a third person there that's really not saying much than just two people fighting it out. That to me is way more exciting.
There's only been one instance, I believe, or one instance in the Survivor history, Survivor 35. I think everyone's got a vote, and it's very few and far between. So Final Two is definitely where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, especially after this vote, I mean, it literally was like the closest vote we've had in a very long time. So
good.
I feel like they really just need to go back to like Final Two.
They really should try and do a Final Two either next season or like soon.
They can even pitch it as like a twist. Like, we haven't had this in so long.
Yeah.
Like the contestants will be shocked for sure.
Yeah, keep them on their toes. Yeah. Things I definitely want to see back from this season. I mean, I really hope we get to see the auction again. It was so great to see.
Love the auction.
I don't want to see where they lose their votes. Besides the Beware events, like the final 9, where they go lose their votes because of a challenge. I know they had a chance to win it back. I wasn't a fan of that personally.
Oh no! I didn't like that. I was fine with the auction losing your vote because that's all about like getting the most money and things like that. It ups the stakes where people are going to want to spend their money and not like hold on to their money. I think that's a lot more exciting. But I agree with you. The losing your votes thing at that one round is like completely unnecessary. Emily and Katurah had like no say in anything.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Stuff like that can go. But like the auction and things like that.
Don't bring back Do or Die.
No. That's gone forever.
At least they're learning their lessons with stuff like that and Hourglass. Like, they know not to bring that back.
Yeah, I'm very happy they didn't do that. I mean, they still do like the earn your spot in the merge, but I feel like the way they do it now makes a lot more sense. Also, they did a lot more sanctuary stuff this season than I think they have before, and I kind of liked it because it like
I did too.
I believe for the first time in the new era, they had something where they flew the helicopter. Like, people were getting bored of the same thing. I like that.
I did too.
I think that they found new ways to do different stuff this season. I think stuff like that. I think what they did with some of the stuff in the sanctuary. I think there were some really cool ideas, and I think that they really are finding, like, I think it's, you know, people have kind of been like, what is the new era all about? And I feel like this season kind of showed like what the new era can be, you know? And I think they did a great job with all of that. So I would definitely say, again, I've only seen 5 seasons, but it's definitely in the upper echelon of Survivor seasons for me. Not
to derail this conversation, but I have to go. I am sorry, but thank you for having me. It was a
Of
pleasure, and I
course.
hope I can do this again soon with both of you.
Yes, it
definitely.
was great finally having you. I'm surprised
It
we
was
haven't had
amazing.
you till now, but loved hearing your insight. It was a really
So
fun time
good.
getting to watch the episode with you, and hopefully we can see you again for 46 in 2 months.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know when applications come out, but you guys better apply for Spellbound. It's a great game.
Yes, apply.
Brian is on prod for that, along with Jacob, who we've had before, Tawny, who I don't think has been on, and
No.
also Cam, who was going to be on at one point and then wasn't.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to convince them
yeah.
to apply.
Yes, definitely apply for Spellbound. Great game.
It's an amazing one.
And very unpredictable idol system. Might be a little too hard, but
We gotta workshop it. Every season has been
definitely
different with
see.
idol system, so you never know what to expect.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely apply. It's a really great game. If you love witchcraft and things like that, it's definitely right up your alley. So
Also,
everybody
remember when I needed to find for like the scavenger hunt when we had like tarot cards, and I got some now.
Oh yeah, I literally bought. Yeah, all right. So yeah, you have a good night, Brian, and it was great having you.
Good night, y'all. Thank you.
Have a good night.
If you ever want to be on, just hit us up.
Yes. All right. Oh, there we go. I was seeing if he was going to leave. All right. So, yeah, great show tonight, I think. We had 2 guests, which was great. We haven't had a lot of guests recently.
It was
but
fun.
it's great
And lots of people in the chat, too.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, I think. I really, honestly, just fantastic finale all around.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little bit worried with the FTC. I didn't like the questions they were saying at first with what would, tell me about a time that you were fearless in this game and things like that. It's like, okay, but can we focus a bit more on the strategic stuff? But I like that Emily reeled it back in. Drew did as well. Then we got back to the strategic conversations, really had this great battle between Austin and Dee at the end. I do think Austin got a few more votes than he deserved, but, that's just my opinion.
I thought they both I thought they all at least deserved one, but obviously he was who I was mostly rooting for.
Do you think Kendra kind of came in already decided because she wanted to vote Austin and then did?
Yeah. I think so too. I think so because she was really rooting for him in that little confessional.
Yeah. And I also her reasoning just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Yes, he won advantages and things like that, but he didn't do much with his advantages,
Yeah.
So that's what kind of
he shouldn't have given his one to Julie.
Yeah, that's what brings it down ultimately for me.
Yeah.
And then I think who was the other votes for him? Bruce, who again
Did you just say Bruce?
No, I said Bruce.
It was Bruce, Drew, and Kendra.
Yeah, Bruce literally had nothing to do in this FTC.
I know.
So I don't even know. I don't know what his reasoning was. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, maybe I feel like maybe when he went to Ponderosa, he was just I'm so sorry. He was probably apologizing and and they were telling him all about his game. He was probably just he was probably just checked out at that point.
Yeah. It really sucks that we can't see stuff from Ponderosa, but Treya kind of ruined that. So, is what it is. But all around just a really great season. This was I liked 44 a lot, but the difference with this season and 44 is that 44 we really only knew the Tika members. That's really what it was all about. Where I feel this season, yes, we had Reba controlling the game, but we really did get to know everybody. We knew just as much about Jake and Katurah and even Kaleb and Kellie and we knew so much about Emily, her amazing arc, as we did about Reba.
That's why the 90 minutes is amazing and effective.
Yeah, they really just did a great job at giving us something from everybody. I don't think there's a single person on this cast where I didn't really know much about them or anything like that. Even someone like a Brando who left so early, he even had a really good edit, I feel like. And Sifu, who was probably the person we knew the least. He never felt purpled. He just felt he wasn't getting as much as others. So yeah, all around, just really great editing. And I'm just hoping it's able to carry over into 46, who already seem like they have some iconic characters. the woman who said that she's Persian and wants to be the first Persian to win. The other woman they showed after that seems iconic. So yeah, I'm very excited for 46 and all it has to offer.
Oh yeah, like I'm so excited to do like obviously another draft. We'll obviously do our Kelly ones, and then hopefully with some friends we'll do some.
Yeah.
Obviously, and just excited to talk about that. Just because I always love talking about Survivor, and this season was just so good. Like
this season really just showed how good Survivor can be when like they're doing all the right things. You know?
Oh yeah, like the 90-minute episodes like really made it seem more genuine and more real, and so good.
And every tribal this season was just chef's kiss. I don't think there was a single tribal that didn't have me on the edge of my seat this season. Every single one was just amazing. Also, yes, we do love Dee being the second Latina woman to win after Sandra. We love that. But yeah, I think, is there anything else?
And then obviously, overall, I'd probably give this finale an A+ as well as the season.
Yeah, for me, this is like, it's neck and neck with this and Claim to Fame season 2. I'm honestly not sure which one I liked more. I honestly probably would say this, because here's the thing. Yes, I love Claim to Fame season 2, but they weren't 90-minute episodes. There were people I didn't know as much about. This time around, I knew something about everybody, and it just felt so much more complete. So honestly, yeah, I would probably say this is the best season of a reality show that we covered this year, and what a great way to go out.
Don't you only have 3 A+, Claim to Fame, this, and The Bear?
For now, yeah. I mean, there's you know, there's still time to change that because there's other shows we haven't finished, but we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I think we pretty much covered everything. Is there anything else to talk about from this season?
I think we did pretty much cover everything, but amazing win for Dee. So happy. Another badass woman won.
Yes. I won the draft. So actually, I win the draft 2 times in a row because I won for 44 as well.
Yeah, you won the draft and I had the other 2 in the finale.
Yeah, which is really funny. I think Dee was the only person.
Still iconic. What?
Dee was the only person I had left on the draft too. So like, because I drafted a lot of pre-jurors.
Did you have Julie and I had Katurah?
No, you had Julie.
What about Drew?
So I can tell you right. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna screen share. So we can settle this. Okay. So I had Jay, Kaleb, Brandon, Sean, Dee, Sabiyah, Bruce, Emily, and Sifu. And then you had Kelly, Katurah, Julie, Hannah, Austin, Drew, Jake, Brando, and Kendra. That's
okay. I just realized I had the whole final 6 except for Dee.
I know. That's what's so funny about me winning the draft is that after Emily left, I literally just had Dee. So
that's so funny. But good job.
I know. Thank God I picked Dee as a strategy pick, because if you guys remember, you guys can watch back the draft. I was not the highest on Dee. I was kind of like, I don't know. She's not giving a ton, like things.
She was such a question mark.
And that's why I picked her, because I was like, I don't know. I feel like she has some potential, and I was not prepared.
We said the same thing about Kendra. Well, I mean, preseason we didn't have high hopes, but then we said, oh yeah, she's a wild card. We don't, and a question mark.
Played like one, honestly. She really was just a wild card the whole season.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think I was at all prepared for how Dee was going to play. Such a dominant run, such an incredible game. The way she just completely smoked Austin at the final tribal. It's just everything we would really want her to do. And then I do want to credit the other 2 members, just to talk about them really quick. We didn't talk a lot about Jake, and I think it's just because there's not a ton to talk about. The jury, I think, came in very high on Jake, really wanting to vote for Jake, and he just did not give them what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what ended up hurting him, because he really needed to say like that he was like this free agent, that he tried to plan things with people. But I think what hurt him was Katurah saying, I didn't trust you and things like that.
Yeah,
I think that's really what hurts him. It's like, okay, but nothing you did actually worked. And yes, even though he didn't even talk about the fire making, like he didn't even talk about it. So I think that really hurt him in the end. And then Austin, again, just not nearly as impressive of a game when you match it up against D. I think,
Oh,
like I
yeah.
said, if he doesn't lie to D, if he does lie to D and he doesn't tell her what happens, I think I think honestly, Austin is the winner of Survivor 45. I think that's what happens here. I think it ends up being the same vote, but it ends up being on Austin instead of D.
Oh, yeah.
Because D still has a really strong run, but Austin ends up having the upper hand at that point. And because he didn't lie, because he didn't lie to D and told her the truth, and, she then went to Julie, that put her in such a strong spot, and there was just no stopping her at that point. And once she got fire at 4, it was pretty much over.
Yeah, Jake and Austin did play strong games. Like, I did like their games a lot. Just obviously they both had some mistakes and those things that hurt them. But overall, like, they still deserve to be there. And I do wish like Jake at least got a vote, because like I always wish the person who got third. I just wish everyone at least received one, like. But I mean, good for Austin with 3. And what?
I think it really was due to the fact that that final tribal council was Austin versus D. It was not Austin and D versus Jake. And that's why, again, I advocate for a final 2.
It was the showman showdown.
It really was. It really was. Like, that's exactly what we want to see with showmances. So, 2 showmances in a row on Survivor. Is there going to be one on 46? We will have to see.
I know, right? That's so cool. We'll see.
So, yeah. But with that, that's pretty much it. I think for our coverage of Survivor 45, it was an incredible season overall. Very happy that we got to talk about it, and also happy that we did the live react, because usually this takes months to get the video out for. So I'm glad we did a live react for this one and didn't end up bailing out on the season and talking about it in February.
So glad we did a live react.
Yeah, me too. And I'm really just glad we stuck with this season and that it was as good as it really was. But with that said, things we want to go ahead and plug.
All right. So obviously right now we literally just have the recent episodes, episode 5 of Reindeer Games, which we probably will film maybe later. We'll see. Probably. I just have to watch it first, but and then
there's not much to watch, but yeah,
it doesn't look like it's gonna take us long. Probably no more than like an hour. And then obviously tomorrow's finale for it. Yeah. And that's it until like maybe in January we'll watch all of our seasons that we need to catch up on, do the reviews.
We'll definitely do the Traders, because the Traders season 2 is coming out, and I think everyone is who's not excited for Traders season 2.
We could just do like Traders US and Traders Canada in like one episode.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot to talk about though, especially with the US one. So I don't know.
Or like with like the recent seasons.
We could do that, maybe. We'll
like
see.
Just make those into one episode, and then we just do like we talk about one of them and then the next or something.
It depends on how long, how much we have to say about both.
So. Yeah, I mean, if not, we'll see.
Because I think the Traders Canada has like 10 episodes, and I think US is like 13. So
we should probably we should definitely watch both of those first, and then do the reviews, and then go from there.
I think that's probably going to be the first. I mean, the first thing we're going to finish is House of Villains, because I've just heard amazing things about it. There's one spoiler I know already that is fucking insane that I will talk to you about when we are off of here. But it makes me really want to continue the show, so we will definitely get on that.
Too.
Yes. But with that said, that pretty much wraps it up for our coverage of Survivor 45. Amazing season all around. Can't wait for 46. Hoping they're able to, keep up the streak.
And of course, obviously, we're excited for BB Can. Hopefully, there's live feeds.
Yes, please, God, I hope so.
Please.
And then any other reality TV stuff? I mean, there's that show with Davon that's coming out eventually. I don't know when that's coming out though.
We could do that one maybe if it's.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like on Amazon. But we'll definitely probably cover that, because I mean it's Davon. We kind of have to.
Definitely. Queen, love her.
Yeah, exactly. Aside from that, I don't know what else we have in terms of reality television. But that's pretty much it, I think. We were going to do a video. Oh, I can announce this now. On my channel. So, we're nearing the end of the year. So what better way to ring in the new year than with a good old live stream from your favorite internet couple? But yeah, so we will be doing a live stream on my channel to kind of ring in the new year. Probably going to be January 2nd at this point. So definitely look forward to that. Very excited to see how that ends up going. Haven't done a Q&A in a little bit, so kind of want to get on that. It's been a very weird year for me in terms of YouTube. I've been extremely inconsistent with stuff, and I just kind of want to like get back on the right track of things. But I'm glad we were consistent with this at least. We were consistent with conversation with Kelly. There were some shows that maybe we wanted to cover that we didn't get to, but anything we started this year, we finished, which I'm proud of. So, you know, that's what makes
and you got this, you'll catch up. It does take some things just take time to catch up. Everyone falls behind, but you got this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But this is not our final podcast this season. That'll be the Reindeer Games one.
Yes.
But with that said, you know, this has been a really great year for podcasting. A lot of different reality shows that we've covered. Survivor, Claim to Fame. Remember fucking Stars on Mars? That was a time.
Oh my god.
And then
that was a roller coaster.
Big Brother, and then of course this, and then Reindeer Games, which is such a big surprise. So, you know,
so good.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching this season with us. It was a really fun time getting to do so. The live reacts we got to do, you know, we got to a few more than I hoped we would. So that definitely makes us really happy when we get to do that. And also really good turnout for the night.
Also, shout out to Mike and Brien who joined us tonight.
Yes, they were both wonderful guests. We will definitely have them both on eventually. Eventually, again, we're not sure when, but we will definitely try to have them on. We'll probably have quite a few more guests on next year. It's just this year's been kind of weird and we haven't really been able to do that. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, comment down below, let us know what you guys thought of the finale overall. What did you think of D winning? What did you think of the FTC? Like I said, just phenomenal finale episode. From the final 5 vote and on, I was just on the edge of my seat, and it just really never stopped from there. So yeah, that's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, couples who podcast together, stay together. We will see you guys in a few hours, ? We'll see. But yeah, have a good night.
Have a good night.